Good morning. I forgot that I wanted to do a vlog this morning, and I went ahead and started everything up. And I'm actually on the way to QT, which is a gas station in my area, and I'm gonna grab my morning snacks and then head off to my first stop. I've got 3 stops today, 5 dogs. So it's a pretty normal day for me, I would say. So anyway, I'm going to get to Poppy's house and we will check in. Oh, I forgot to show him before I got him in the tub, but I'm using, not that pink bottle, the Hyponic Moisturizing, the 2-in-1. Look how beautiful. Doesn't that just like look so satisfying and nice? Love it. I have heard people say that they don't feel like the recirculating system cleans well, but I just haven't had that, especially, like, I mean, if you get like a really dirty, muddy dog, maybe, but on your like 4 to 6 week dogs, like, you can see the water's not like crazy dirty or anything. You got some nice bubbles. Yeah, I just love it. I'll like sit here forever just like watching it, and then it like feels so nice too. If you don't have a recirculating or any sort of bathing system, I definitely recommend it. It really saves you so much time and product, which we love. Sorry, did I shoot some in your ear? That was my bad. That was my bad, Poppy. Alright, so for Poppy's leave-in, I'm going to do this texturizing spray by iGroom. It's not my favorite stuff in the world or anything. I'm actually not going to repurchase it because of all the stuff that has happened with iGroom. If you don't know about it, I've made a video. Go check it out. It's called like all about the iGroom situation, something like that. It says iGroom in the title. It's easy to find. So just give him a quick spritz of this. If his legs were longer, then I might add like this spray to it. But since they're short, I think the texturizing spray is just fine in combination with this shampoo. This thing is so heavy. It's crazy. And you seriously only need, like, I do 2 to 3 pumps on a small dog. So anyway, that's Poppy's combo. And there's Steve, and there's Hammer. Oh no, I forgot Hammer's bed. Hammer, you see, he has to have this bed. And I have to move it back and forth because if it's not in the cab while I'm driving, then he doesn't know what to do while I'm driving. If it's not in the back when I'm working, then he just stands there confused. He said, "Where's my bed?" I should probably just get him a second bed. Maybe I'll do that, Ham. Alright, we're going to trim up Poppy's head. I'm going to put him on the slip lead for this, just because a lot of times when you start working on their heads, they want to hang their head down so you can't see what you're doing. And so we're going to just keep that lead on just so that we can see a little bit better. As you can see, he's very small, so it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing as is. So I am going to start with some choppers today, I think. It just kind of depends on my mood. I'll switch it up. Where's my, here we go. Alright. So, I'm just going to comb the bang all forward. And try holding him under the lead, see if he'll cooperate with that a little bit more since he doesn't want me to hold around his mouth. There we go. Trim that. I know, Poopy. He poops almost every time that I have him in here. I don't know why. I'm just on his shit list. He does it for me and he does it for the bed. So, at least I'm not alone, I guess. I'm actually just gonna kind of hold this up in between my fingers. When you do this though, make sure you don't cut past this knuckle here. If you start cutting into like your hand, you're a lot more likely to nick yourself, so don't do that. So you can just kind of calm and keep it moving. And comb it back too. This is a hairstylist technique, but it'll work to like layer the hair and all that, which is kind of what you're going for in a Yorkie. You don't want it to, like, if you do it all like one length, then it's gonna look too heavy. You kind of want more of a texturized look. You can see I'm holding his ear down with my fingers so he doesn't flip it up on me. And again, I'm just gonna hold his ear out of my way. Just clip here behind it. There we go. Thank you. That was a good movement you did. Again, I don't have anybody to help me film these, so bear with me. Anything that you can't see, I'm gonna try to talk you through. So again, I'm just combing everything behind his ear. You can just comb it around different angles until it all just looks like that one smooth thing that you're looking for. That smooth little Yorkie head, you know? I'm just gonna kind of continue this on. Just kind of bring it down the head, the center here. Just get all this hair. A lot of times on other breeds, I will just use a clipper guard on this area, but I don't prefer to use it on like terriers because sometimes like when you go in with a clipper guard, it will end up looking a lot shorter than you were expecting it to, like than it would on maybe like a Shih Tzu or something. So I find that I just like the finish a little bit better if I scissor it. But I do like to use the chunkers or thinners on a Yorkie. Just watch his tongue because he doesn't have a lot of teeth left. So his little tongue hangs out. So you just gotta be aware when you have one like that. I'm just gonna kind of hold his ear like a taco. Squish it in the middle like that. Just go over this area. His ears are looking a little greasy today, so I'm gonna mention it to his mom. Right around this ear, I really want it to be like a nice crisp line, so I am going to go in with straights. Texturizing shears like thinners and chunkers are used to create texture. Thinning shear or straight and curved shears are meant to create those blunt lines. So you just got to know what you're going for and just kind of work with that. I already did tip his ears with a 30. I like to do, when I shave ears, I usually will try to go, the longest guard I'll go is like a 10. I really like to do it like really nice and short on the ears. I'm just going to comb this all this way to make sure I don't have any sticky outies. I managed to stick my shear through this little loophole thing. What are the odds, Puppy? Okay. So I like how this side looks. So I'm actually going to just kind of turn his little body towards me. Do the same thing. So this is what I was doing on the other side, just combing the ear hair back like this. So it all kind of sticks out, and then I'm going for that kind of smooth shape. And I've showed this before, but you can go in like this way. But also sometimes when I'm trying to get a nice jawline, I'll go in backwards too. Just make sure you know your anatomy. And again, comb this up, kind of taco the ear. You see how it just like makes it so much more blended, like off the bat, rather than like, you know, chopping in with like straight shears first. Oh, and I'm combing, like I combed all of it that way whenever I did this side. Now I'm combing it all back this way, kind of like you would like on a poodle top knot, just to make sure that everything is going to lay nice no matter which way he shakes his head and all that. Okay. I like to step back and look too. I do that a lot. I really want this shorter. Oh, sorry. Booped him on his nose. That was my bad. It's my bad, Pumpy. I want this to lay down a little more. Just gonna see if he'll let me hold his mouth like this for a second. I just need a little handle to hold on to, Pumpy. If you really can't get something to lay down to, that's when I'll go into the thinners. If you need something just a little bit better blended, use your thinning shears. Okay. There we go. That's laying a lot better. Okay. Look at it again from the front. Just using the thinners still pretty much have the shape that I want. I just need to do some fine tuning. I was talking about it on a vlog the other day about like, because I saw somebody like saying like, oh, do you whittle away the hair or do you chop? And that should depend on what you're doing in that moment. So if you're trying to cut a lot of hair at once, that's when you chop. If you're trying to texturize and do final touches, that's when you whittle. Okay, so I'm gonna trim all of this stuff really close around his mouth because you can see his little tongue sticks out. So all of this that hangs in front of his mouth, I'm gonna go ahead and trim off. I'm gonna see if he's got any hair in his mouth that he's sucking on. I know, so sorry. Oh no, he just said I'm very, he said I quite like that hair, thank you. I know you do. We need to trim it because it's gross. It gives you stinky breath in the hair too. And whatever teeth you have left, they will suck that hair into those teeth and cause more dental issues and all that. We don't want it. And actually what I'm going to do, I learned this with Hammer once I brought him home because I never had a dog with long hair. I shaved this little spot right here. This. For whatever reason, they get canned food, water, everything else up in there. And that is like, it'll stay wet after they drink. It's so gross. So anyway, I always trim that. Now pretty much everything is all together at this point. We've already trimmed forward and all that. It all looks pretty good. We just gotta trim in this muzzle. So I'm just gonna use the side of our face as a guide, what we've already trimmed. I know, I'm so sorry. He said, I don't need it on my face. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. I just gotta do it for this one spot, okay? So it's not okay. Fair enough, I know. Okay. I'll try to do this side without holding his beard. I try to hold them in the way that's most comfortable, but sometimes you gotta base it off the safety too. And the chin hair hold, you just have the most control. So you don't have to worry as much about last minute movements. What's that long ass tongue, Poppy? My old boy. You're perking your ears so perfect for me, thank you. Looking really cute. Okay, so we just need to do in between here. I'm gonna get my regular chunkers, straight chunkers, instead of my curved ones I've been using. Well, let me see it. Just let me see it, folks. Oh my. He said, lady, you don't let go of my beard. I know. Oh, but look at ya. Look at how cute him looks. Is it gonna be worth it, honey? He said, no, it's not, lady. Okay, so once I get the head all in how we want, I'm just gonna take this off like this. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the blade that we've been using on the body. I feel like his ears are a little itchy too. I think I said they're kind of waxy. Just make sure to point that out to Mom. He may need some eardrops from the vet. But be aware whenever you do have one that's got ear issues, because they will shake the head a lot whenever you get close to that area. So you just want to make sure you're ready in case you got sharp instruments in that area. You don't want to accidentally nick somebody if they move last minute. So there we go. That's the head for you. Look at the colors on her ear. And that's so pretty. The way it like just kind of transforms. It's like really dark towards the inside, and then it's got these like lighter colors. I think that's so pretty. They want to grow her ears out a bit longer, so we're gonna do that. She's also like, dogs are just, isn't it so crazy? They get like look at that. That blonde, girls are paying big money for that blonde. That is beautiful. Look at that. I'm just obsessed. So pretty. Alright, here is our next victim. I used the same shampoo. You're gonna see it's pretty versatile. I use it a lot. And I used this Hyponic detangling mist, the Hinoki Cypress. This stuff is so good for any sort of matting. So you can kind of see how she kind of gets these like little clumpy kind of mats. This will seriously like blow those out. With a combination of brushing and the blow dryer, it will all blow out. So I really like that for any sort of mats. So definitely check that out if you haven't before. But yeah, I'm gonna go blow dry Haven. Alright, since I don't always have a lot of time to respond to my comments, I wanted to talk about some of the stuff that I see asked regularly in my comments. I figured we'd catch up, like, you know, as we keep doing these vlogs, because this seems to be like what you guys want to see the most. So let me know, you know, what you guys want to see. If there's any particular things that you want me to show during the day in my vlog, or is the length of them okay? Because like I was trying to make shorter videos, but it's just like you guys just seem to make the vlogs the best, and they typically end up being a bit longer. So do you guys like the vlogs that are in the like 40-minute range, or is that like too long? I am, by the way, I'm still going to be doing the product reviews. I think I'm going to switch it to being called like product spotlight or something like that instead of product of the week, just because I learned very quickly that a week is not a lot of time to be able to try out a product and give a full review on it. So I want to just switch it to like, okay, if I find a cool product I want to talk about, then I'll do a video. So that's why I was thinking like I'll just call it product spotlight. And I did see somebody asking about the gem brushes. I do have one of them, and a review is coming. I kind of had some craziness over the weekend, you guys. It ended up being okay. But I came out on Sunday, and there was like this red, it looked like my coolant, this liquid all over my driveway. Like, I'm talking, like, scared the crap out of me. Like, I thought my van was gonna have to get like a major repair. But it ended up so stupid. But I had like this bottle, this gallon of disinfectant behind my seat in the front of the van, and it got crushed underneath a bunch of stuff and basically exploded and leaked out. But the way it leaked out looked like it was coming out of this like certain pipe, and I've been kind of having a leak in my coolant line anyway, which they did address. My van went in. I brought it in Tuesday. But anyway, so yeah, I came out Sunday on a holiday weekend. There's like this red liquid all over my driveway. I thought it was coolant. I had people telling me it was transmission fluid, that my van was screwed and it was going to cost me thousands of dollars to get it on the road. I just kept saying, I was like, you know what? If that's the case, then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But right now, we don't really know until it goes into a shop and somebody looks at it. And ironically, there's a recall on these vans. Like, I can't remember exactly what years, but if yours got the recall, you should get something about it in the mail. But it was a rollaway. So basically, what was happening is that people would park their vans, and then like a couple minutes later, it would just go into like neutral and start rolling. And I saw at least one groomer that. So if you're not a groomer, we test our blades because these blades get hot. So I keep a bunch of different blades that are all the same length. These are the Arturo blades. This is 7. I really like the Arturo blades, in case you're curious. Anyway, so my van was scheduled to go in at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, like yesterday. Today's Thursday. You're not going to see this until Monday, so I don't know why that matters. But regardless, so my van was not supposed to go in until 10 o'clock on Wednesday. Well, I called them. I forgot Monday was a holiday, so I like had called them on Monday and just left a message. And they called me back at seriously like 7 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. They were so on top of it. And they were like, hey, like, go ahead and bring it by. We're going to take a look at it and see what we can do for you. So I actually was able to bring it in on Tuesday because we thought there was an emergency. And then I ended up, my van was actually like done and ready an hour before my scheduled appointment time. So even though all the guys up there probably think I'm really stupid now for that disinfectant bottle busting everywhere, it worked out in the end because my van was ready much sooner than it would have been. Yeah, much sooner. Hello. So it worked out. But regardless, because of that, it kind of threw me off a little bit on getting my other videos. Like, I'm working on the gem brush one. I also told you guys I'm working on a hyponic review. So those, the hyponic one I was actually planning on finishing on Tuesday, but I had to cancel the day because of everything with the van. So regardless, I'm working on it. It's just taking me some time. But since you guys are my loyal vloggers, I'll tell you, I like the gem brushes, and they're a lot cheaper than the Chris Christensen. They're nice. Look, y'all get a sneaky peeky because y'all are so patient with me. You see, my Chris Christensen's kind of been beat up. Now this one, if you look, the bristles are not as dense. This one's more similar to the black Chris Christensen brush, but this one, the purple one, you can see is slightly bigger. I like the farther apart teeth. It's lighter. It's definitely lighter, just by a smidge, but enough that like you can tell. And the color, I love. I mean, this coral color is pretty too, but I'm a purple person, so I really, really like it. So if whoever commented and was asking about the gem brushes, I love them. Definitely give them a try. I'm going to be getting the yellow one too, but Tyler was out of them whenever I got that purple one. So there is a review coming. I'm using a clipper guard on her skirt, furnishing, whatever. Listen, I'm a pet groomer. I know that some show groomer is like, who cares? Anyway, so, I mean, honestly, like, if we wanted to get into nitty gritty, like, all the groomers call their shears scissors, and it kind of drives me mad, but I won't say anything because it don't really matter, just like me calling it a skirt and it's furnishing. Anyway, so the reason I'm using a clipper guard on it, I would normally hand scissor it, but they texted me today. First of all, she gets these little mats in this area anyway, and they said they want it all as short as it can get. And the way I had it, because they keep them so short, like, I really could not get any shorter safely with my shears. So I'm going to go over it with this and then just trim in what I need to trim in. And that way she'll still have a little bit to give her that schnauzery look without having to worry about it getting mounted, or if they were talking about, you know, it's getting really hot. She's a black dog, so that's why I'm doing this. I tried the 1/2 inch first and I didn't like it, so that's why I went back in with the blue guard. She's got some mats right here on her tongue, so I'll lift her up. Okay, another thing I saw you guys asking, somebody was wondering about the greatest secret. It piggybacks really well with The Secret. If you haven't read The Secret, then I would read that first, because to me it's like the next part of the series, if that makes sense. Like, once you get The Secret and all its teachings down, you will, like, finishing up with The Greatest Secret, it just piggybacks really well on that. And I got them on Audible, and what I've been doing, I'm the type of person that sometimes I need to listen to things more than once for it to stick. So what I do is, like, when I'm working, I'll, like, repeat listen to some things like that. So anyway, yes, I liked The Greatest Secret, but I definitely recommend read just the normal The Secret, the original first. And it's on Spotify if you don't want to buy it on Audible. I bought it on Audible because I knew it was one I would re-listen to later. And there's like Harry Potter, for example. I was listening to that on Spotify, and I was on the like 6th or the 7th book, and then they took it off Spotify. I was like, oh my god, I was almost done. Like, if you would have given me another week, I would have had them all done and you could take it off. But anyway, so to avoid stuff like that, I just bought it on Audible, so they can't take it away from me. But like I said, it is on Spotify as well if you don't want to pay for it. Because I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that with Spotify, like you don't have to have an account. Like I think you can listen to it for free with commercials, but if you have an account, then it's just on there with no commercials. So, but again, correct me if I'm wrong, if for the people that don't have it. But, and you also check YouTube. I didn't check YouTube, but it's probably on there. I know, you got a mat in like the worst part right here, my darling. There we go. I got it. I keep thinking I got it, and then I like snags again, you know? That black hair is hard to see. Let me get one of those headlamp things you see people wearing. You know, when they like the camping headlamps. I've seen people get that for black dogs for grooming. It's pretty smart. So anyway, yes, Greatest Secret is good. I read that in The Secret a couple times over these last few weeks. I just feel like I gain, like I'm somebody that likes to rewatch and re-listen to things, so I feel like I always hear something that I didn't hear the last time I listened to it. I'm kind of a daydreamer, so like sometimes like while I'm listening to something, my brain will be like on a completely different planet, and like so I'm listening but I'm not hearing it, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's why I like to re-listen and re-watch things a million times, in case you've noticed that's a trend for me. But right now I'm listening to The Art of Seduction. I've seen it talked about a couple times on Twitter and stuff. I have to say, like, people are like, it's dangerous. I can see what they're saying about like how it could definitely be used in a dangerous way, but I'm telling you, I feel like it's like really given me a good understanding of like other people, and like when somebody's trying to like seduce you, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I really have been enjoying it. I don't know if it's all stuff that I would like use, but it's interesting. I can tell you for sure. I've been very intrigued. I'm actually listening to it for the second time right now. I think it's interesting because it talks about like, you know, your different styles of seduction, and then like there's like a bunch of different types, and like basically you'll resonate with one of them, and that will be like your style of flirting and whatever. And mine is the siren. We're all about like appearance, and like Marilyn Monroe, she was considered a siren, and Cleopatra, and like there's like I said, all about like appearance, and they kind of just have that vibe of like people are drawn to them. My sister, ironically, she got so annoyed. We went to the beach a couple weeks ago. Everywhere I go, is that Beetlejuice? It's Beetlejuice. She was like, she's like, man, I have wanted to be covered in tattoos. She's like, but after spending some time with you, she's like, I don't know if I could stand that every single place I go. But anyway, that's like one of the siren qualities, is that like there's something about the siren types that like stands out in people, and then people will talk to them or whatever. So anyway, but there's all different types. There's like rake, there's the natural, there is the ideal. They're all different types. It's super interesting. So if you're into those kind of things, like check it out. I feel like, especially as a woman, it kind of gives you like a perspective and like, you know, how to get what you're looking for from men. Like if you need help, you know what I'm saying? How to get the help you need. I don't know. How do you say that without sounding like super, are you in here? Super manipulative. That's basically what it is though. It's all manipulation. I think that's why people are like, this is so dangerous. This stuff's so dangerous. Oh, it definitely could be. But like I said, I think it all depends on your perspective, because I realized through listening to this, I was like, man, so that's what so-and-so used on me, and that's why it worked, and da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? So, I'm learning. It's interesting. Alright, second schnauzer. We are on the fourth dog of the day, and it is only 1 o'clock, so we're doing pretty good. Alright, so I actually have enough time to take a break real quick before I have to go to my next client, so I'm gonna run and eat some lunch, let my dogs out, chill for a minute. Actually, shit, I want to go by the gas station. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're gonna go by the gas station real quick. grab a drink. I'm thirsty and I don't have anything to drink at my house besides water, and that's boring. So, like I said, I'm just gonna run, take a quick break, and then I will be off to the last dog. He is at 3:30. His dad works night shifts, so that's like the earliest that he can do. If I'm ever in a hurry, like running ahead of time like this, and the next client is able to be moved forward, then I'll do that, but he's not, so I am just going to take my break and hang out, and then I will go in about an hour and finish him up, and then I will be done for the day. So today is freaking easy. Alright, I forgot to get his before, but he's all bathed and clean. He gets like a really easy short haircut, like the blue, dark blue guard comb all over. That's probably what I'm going to do on him today. He's getting his summer cut. He's an 8-week haircut, and I shave his ears super short because they're horrific on the inside. I'm not even going to show them because I don't want him getting any hate, because I love him and I love his owners. But he has these like chronic ear infections that they are working with their vet on. But either way, so I'm going to go blow dry him. But okay, hold on. So when you're doing like a spaniel, it's really important to condition them. So what you want to do is get them like really, really clean. Like I did like a clarifying shampoo, and I mixed in some of the Hyponic Show, which is a nice moisturizing shampoo, so they kind of worked with each other. And then I finished up with the Hyponic Show conditioner on him. And that will loosen up his undercoat, and it will help him to start drying, because essentially your shampoos are more on the alkaline side of the pH scale, so it opens up that cuticle. And when you're drying the hair, you want it to be closed, so you need something more acidic to close the cuticle, the outside layer of their hair. So that's why I use conditioner. It's got a more acidic pH, and it will close that cuticle. So anyway, I'm going to go start blow drying him so I can get home at a decent hour. So I was just laying here in my bed, just scrolling through on TikTok, and it occurred to me, I was like, you didn't finish your video. So probably about that time. So anyway, today was a good day, right, Steve? We had a great day. We groomed a bunch of dogs. We made a good amount of money. We're happy. Are you happy? He said, well, I only got to go to 2 dogs today. I'm like 50-50 on like when I bring them. Like if it's a chill day close by, a good dog, then yes. But just depends on our moods, depends on the dogs, depends on all those things, Steve. You got them teeth. You come over here with them teeth. You come say hi to everybody, Steve. Hi, Steve. I know you guys have been missing Steve. Baby Steve. She baby Steve. Can you say bye to YouTube, Steve? All the kisses. All the kisses, Steve. Oh, and there's Hammy. We're hanging out. Oh, man. I'm tired. We are going on vacation. By the time that you guys see this, I will be on vacation. Yeah. So, these guys are going to be very sad at my house. They've got Becca, my assistant, though. She's my dog sitter, because she's the only person that Stevie will tolerate. So, anyway, we're going to be down in Savannah, Georgia, doing some ghost tours and shopping and all of those fun things. So I'm looking forward to it. I need a good vacation. We did like a little weekend trip a couple weeks ago. It was like enough to be like, oh, nice, a change of scenery, but then we were right back. So I'm going to be gone for like 4 days. So that'll be enough to feel like I did something. I'm glad. My van is all taken care of. I think I told you guys that I had the van issue. I had to bring it in. I don't know. It's been a long day. But I feel like I remember talking about that at some point. So, the van's all good to go. I was able to work this week, which is nice, because I kind of didn't think I was going to be able to, because I thought we had a crazy problem, Steve. But we didn't. We were okay. Look at that face, Steve. Face only a mama could love. And I love it a lot. She got them teeth, Steve, and them baby toes. Got them baby toes, Steve. Bite my nose always. You're a mean little Steve. I bite you back. What do you think about that, Steve? Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Me and Steve are gonna snuggle up and watch. I don't know, we finished Stranger Things already. Blew through it. It was so good, though. If you haven't watched it, you gotta watch it. It's good as fuck, Steve. That fucking face. I can't even focus. I'm just looking at your face. I'm making weird faces, Steve. Alright, I love you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog, as always. And we shall see you in the next one. Say bye, Steve. Say bye, Steve. Bye, Steve.